Welcome to the Quick Lane. My name is Zach. Just checking with you guys. Have you ever wondered what happens whenever we bring your vehicle to the back? You guys want to check it out with me? Alright, so now we're taking off the lug nuts so we can rotate the tires. Usually we move the tires front to back. That way we can get an even wear on the tires. That way we can get more life out of your tires on each service. That's why we recommend rotating your tires every 5,000 or 10,000 if you guys do full synthetic. So here you'll see Stevie. He's our technician today. He's checking brakes. He'll also be looking at suspension, different types of wear, seeing if anything's out of place or anything's damaged or needs replacement. And he'll give the suspension a shakedown, checking everything out, make sure everything looks good. So with this one, you can see that the brakes are measuring in the green. So this customer has nothing to worry about. We usually check this every time we go to rotate your tires or do anything like that. The tires have to come off. We usually inspect those brakes. All right, so now you can see that Stevie's already broke loose the oil filter as he's underneath the vehicle now. While he's under here draining the oil and actually breaking the oil filter loose, he'll also be inspecting the vehicle and looking around for other obvious issues that we have underneath the vehicle, checking for leaks or damage to the undercarriage. Also checking the rear shocks, drive shaft, and other things if the vehicle is equipped. He's checking that suspension, looking at everything, like I said. All this stuff gets inspected every time we lift up the vehicle. Just checking to make sure that we don't have any issues, making sure everything's in good working condition. This inspection happens every time with just an oil change or just a works package like we usually do on most vehicles, or recommend with that tire rotation and everything, okay? Once again, if we just do an oil change, we can't check brakes because we didn't pull off tires. So that's why we also recommend that rotate so we can get the tires off and inspect those brakes. Right now, he's also checking tread depth on the tires, making sure those are still in good condition, make sure they're not due for replacement. So as you can see, sometimes while doing the oil changes, making a mess is kind of inevitable, okay? So see this transmission cooler here we have, the drain hole, as soon as we pull out that drain plug, it hits that cooler. And sometimes it makes a mess. We do our best to clean up everything. Whenever it makes a mess like this, sometimes it still drips. If you ever have an issue or any kind of drips, just come on in and we'll check it out for you. Now our technician's torquing our lug nuts, making sure that they're at the correct torque spec after doing the rotate. That way we don't have any loose wheels or any kind of wobblies or missing lug nuts or anything like that. We always make sure by torquing them. That way we make sure everything's good and secure. All right, so now you can see Stevie's checking our fluid and level on the brake fluid, now the coolant. We also check the power steering reservoir, making sure it's good. Coolant, brake fluid, and power steering all looking good. Now he's pulling off the cap, seeing what kind of oil this one takes, making sure we're putting the right viscosity of oil in the vehicle. Now you can see Stevie's checking the battery under the engine bay. He's got the positive connected to the positive, negative connected to the negative. Also, you can see that we got a little bit of acid built up around the bracket and everything. We'll get that all cleaned up, but first we want to check this battery and make sure it's still good before we get everything cleaned up and do all of that. All right, so now Stevie's disconnecting the air induct hose that goes to the air box. That way you can check the air filter on this one. Some air filters we can get to without having to do all of this, but this one's a little bit more difficult than usual. Air filter's a little dusty, so that one might be able to go until next time. We'll check it again on the next oil change and service, but as of right now, we'd mark it in the yellow. All right, so now Stevie's going to fill the vehicle up with the oil. This is the oil reel or the oil gun that we use to pump the oil into it. Although that we use this to pump it in, we still double check after making sure that the level is correct, okay? All right, so to do our double checking, we start the vehicle, let it idle down, usually for just about 10-15 seconds, and then we usually turn it off and we'll check the level again. Gonna wipe it off, get it all clean. We're gonna check it again because the vehicle's been started. Since it's been started, we want to be somewhere in between the two dots on the stick, between the low and the high. Right in the middle is where we want to be. So we're gonna check it again. Looking at it, we are sitting right dead center here in the middle. Alrighty guys, so we're finished up with this one, getting it pulled out. If you ever want anything checked on your vehicle, inspected, or you're hearing a weird noise and you want us to check it out, just bring it on by or give us a call. We set up an appointment, or we can do a walk-in, however you would like. Most of our services, especially if it's just an oil change, tire rotation, usually takes us about 45 minutes to an hour from start to finish. We're always here trying to get you in and out as soon as possible, get you back on the road, get you back to the family, get you back to work. If you guys ever have any questions or need us to check anything out, stop on by the Quick Lane. We'd love to help you guys out. We're always here Monday through Friday, 7 to 6, and on Saturdays we're here from 7 to 4. Just give us a call if you guys have any questions.